Hi, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap No Filter. I'm your host Marley G. Back at y'all another episode of Running With You, and today we gonna run about this video I came across, and it's this young lady telling her experience of her first time getting flown out. Haven't seen this video at all, so we'll be reacting to it along with you guys. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
So this guy named Malik flew me out to Nashville, and I asked him, "Can I bring my best friend?" He said yes. So then he proceeds to pay for me and my best friend's ticket and bought us Airbnb for a week. And as soon as I get here, I think it was the first day we were supposed to link up, and he called me, but it was a bitch on the phone talking about some bitch. How you talking to my boyfriend? Da da da. First of all, your boyfriend's talking to me, and I would have been pissed too because you just flew two bitches out here that you never seen. He never seen me, and he live in Nashville, Tennessee. So I'm like, alright, cool. I was down to meet him and everything because I thought he was just playing. He was like, do you want me to fly you out? I answered immediately, yes. Because I'm down for a trip, a free one at that. So when we got here, well, been in the making. We had got clothes and everything and made an itinerary because I was gonna point.
Flying out to Nashville, Tennessee is crazy. You would think on your first time getting flown out, it'll be to Miami, maybe even Houston, LA, Vegas, New York, maybe even Chicago, but Nashville, Tennessee, yikes! And then on top of that, he was ready to fly you and your friend out. I mean, I know you probably want your friend to come for security reasons, but he was probably thinking of threesome if he plays cards right. Without further ado, let's get back into it.
Only gonna see him like 2 days or whatever. At first, I was scared. He was like, send me all your information. I was like, no, because I'm thinking he's trying to turn me into a pro. But that's not what he did. I said, I will fill out the information. I'll just send you the link so that you could pay for it like, after everything's finished. He's like, yeah, sure. We flew here Delta, eating Biscoff cookies, enjoying the 2-hour flight that we took. It was a really great vibe. The girlfriend ends up blocking me on his phone, so I haven't heard her talk to him, and he got this Airbnb for us for a whole week. And we just have to get our return flights, which is cheap, $157. So we got us a free Nashville trip. Shout out to Malik. Girl, I apologize for whatever happened to you and your boyfriend. He seems like an awesome guy. Like, he's putting it down. He's tricking. I would be mad as fuck too if he flew two bad bitches out. Shit. I wonder what his friends look like.
Okay, that wasn't an interesting story at all. But basically, fellas, man, when y'all do this type of flying out stuff, bro, y'all gotta make sure y'all are, ready and prepared to, court whatever woman that you flying out. Make sure they feel comfortable, make sure they feel safe, make sure you don't give off no weird vibes. And if you got a girl, you gotta make sure you got the time, because it's gonna be hard trying to entertain two females that you flown out for a whole week while you got a whole girl. So I recommend not even doing that in the first place. Um, Secondly, I think when it comes to this whole fly out culture, I think women gotta be, very, cautious as well because yeah, you flying out, but things could go left at any moment. Yeah, you got your friend there, but who's to say that he couldn't have had a friend and then things go left, y'all get overpowered. Like it's just a whole bunch of stuff that can go wrong when it comes to, flying out to meet a whole stranger. Like some women they wouldn't even, you know, they real cautious on going out on a date with you, let alone flying, cross state lines to come see you. You know, I know some girls that even before you go out on a date, they gotta FaceTime you. They gotta peep the vibe because it's sometimes you get a different vibe when you talking on the phone and you getting eye contact versus just texting and DMing. So sometimes they gotta fill you out for like a good week. Talking. Because just to see if you're gonna slip up. Because a lot of men, they can attract a woman, but they can't retain a woman because eventually they'll say or do something that's a turn off. And once you turn a woman off, it's hard to get back in that space to where she's seen you like she's seen you before. Because once you turn her off, you either turn her off sexually or you turn her off mentally. And sometimes when you do one or the other, it just cancels out everything. And it's hard to get back in that zone that you were in after now you get put in the friend zone or just the, no contact at all. But when it comes to this fly out stuff, y'all gotta be careful. I don't think I did fly a girl out before. I did fly a girl out before. I flew a girl out from Cali out here, and I flew out before too. I flew out to go see a young lady in Chicago. Had a real good time. Had some Harold's chicken. Went to the pier. Had some of the Chicago pizza that's made like a pie. Flying out can be a good experience. Nowadays everybody flying. I remember back in the day coming up when I was young, flying used to be a real privilege and used to be something that, upper class people do. But now everybody is flying, girls taking their first trips, getting flown out by men. Men are going, flying places, with all trying to see what other cities have to offer. Like, it's just something that's very common now. And, I like that people are, exploring and experiencing new things. One of my biggest life, one of my biggest life things that I think people should do is experience different cities. I know people who are pushing 30 and never been outside of their state. Like, I can't even imagine that. Like, the things that fulfill me in life the most is being a father and traveling and experiencing different things. I like to experience different foods, different culture, and I'm a homebody, but I like to travel. So when I do travel, that's when I go to the club and experience other places, nightlife. And I like to do at least one activity when I go out somewhere, like as far as zip line and ATV and or just something very out the norm. But yeah, man, I like that people are traveling and seeing things. In Nashville, I was kind of making fun of it at first, but Nashville is, a cultured city. It has a lot of bars. It's basically like a country New Orleans, if I won't say, like, it got a lot of white people though. Memphis got a lot of black people. Nashville got a lot of white people. But yeah, man, if they were going out on the little strip where all the bars at in Nashville, I'm pretty sure he could have shown them a good time, especially bar hopping. Because one thing about women, they like to bar hop and get drinks and, just go catch vibes. But I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Have y'all ever had a fly out experience that was very horrible? Share it down in the comment section. Or you had one that was, pretty good. Share it down in the comment section. How was y'all first time getting flown out? Where y'all went? Let me know. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what you waiting on? Until next time, I'm out.